2.0, an exciting knowledge sharing series proudly presented by the Entrepreneurship and the Career Guidance Avenue of the VidE Club. Today's session, CV creation, the technical core of building your CV, is designed to equip you with the essential tools to craft a modern and also an impactful CV. Also, we are absolutely thrilled to see many of enthusiastic students from University of California join the session today. Whether you are in your second year or your third year, this session is just made for you. So today, it is my utmost pleasure to welcome our guest speaker today, Mr. Udara Sembukuttiarachchi. You are here today because you want to create a CV that stands out. You want to land that internship, that dream job, maybe that life-changing scholarship, and you know your resume is often the first impression you make. This session is designed to give you a clear, practical guidance on how to build a strong and also a professional CV, even with a limited experience, and avoid the common pitfalls many students do and make. And leading this session is someone who knows exactly what it's like to sit on your seat. Because not too long ago, he was just one of us. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Udara Sembukuttiarachchi, an associate QA lead at Fcode Labs and a proud alumnus of University of California with over 5 years of hands-on experience in the tech industry. Mr. Udara has reviewed countless CVs and mentored many students and earlier career professionals on building strong personal brands. His passion for sharing knowledge has made him a sought-after speaker, and today he's here to give us and give you a real-world insights, industry tips, and also actionable advices to help you to create a resume that gets noticed in today's competitive job market. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Udara Sembukuttiarachchi, who takes us through the art of crafting a winning CV. So, sir, Mr. Udara Sembukuttiarachchi, this virtual stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Tamali. Can I have the sharing rights to share the presentation with you all?
Sir, we will be conducting that by Zoom. Just give me a minute.
Right. I think I got the rights.
Okay, sir.
Can you all see the screen right now? Is it visible? Can I get a thumbs up or something? Is it not visible yet? I see a thumbs up. I hope it's visible now. So very good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining on a Sunday evening for a session. And looking at the count, the number who has already joined, around more than 90 participants. This shows the eagerness in you as the participants to learn about the art of crafting a winning CV, because that's the entry point for anyone into an industry that you hope to work in. Unless you're hoping to start your own business, to become your own boss, you will have to write a CV at some point and send it to an organization hoping they will pick my CV out of thousands of CVs. But how you can make sure they will pick your CV out of 1,000 CVs? That's what we are going to talk about today. So today, let's start this discussion about art of crafting a winning CV by understanding what is a CV or a resume. A CV is like a reply letter for a matrimonial advertisement. මංගල කිංකිණිගේ දාපු ඇඩ් එකකට යවන පිළිතුරු ලියුමක් වගේ. Why I'm saying this? In matrimonial advertisements, you will see parents of the bride or the groom will list some of the qualities they expect from their future son or daughter. And the parents of the future son or the daughter will write a letter according, matching those requirements, with the grahataru or everything, they will match and send a letter. And the person who puts that will receive hundreds of letters, and out of those hundreds of letters, they will pick one or two, and there will be visits and interviews. So the entire interview process to a company is comparable to a matrimonial situation where it is a proposal marriage. Now, you all are going to be future bridal candidates or groom candidates at some company. But keeping the metaphor away, this is your chance. This is your one piece of proof to tell that organization, yes, you should hire me, no one else. It's just a piece of paper, but it has so much potential, so much value, so much value for your future investments into your career. So that piece of paper is way worthier than a 5,000 rupee note. Or at some point, if they print 100,000 rupee note, still a CV will value more than that. But sometimes when you go to the Kadala Kade, you will get Kadala in a pack of CV. Because some companies, when the CVs are not selected, when they don't care, when they don't see any value in that CV, they just give it to the Kadala Kade. And the person, the seller at the Kadala Kade will use it as a gutter to give you, maybe you will get your own CV, you don't know. But if your CV stands out from the rest of the 1,000 of CVs that company get, your CV will never have that fate of going to be end up in Kadala Kade. Now, why you will need a CV as undergraduates? Maybe you're in your third year or in your second year, and you're looking for an internship. When you're looking for an internship, you have to come up with a CV, a resume. I'm using both words because both words are used simultaneously in the industry. CV, curriculum vitae, resume, that is RESUME. So both words are simultaneously used. The difference is CV is more British originated, British English related. Resume is more American English related. American companies use the word resume. British based companies use the word CV. That's the main difference, but there are a few other differences which you don't have to worry right now. Both refer to a piece of paper which tells the world, tells the people who would hire you, who you are, and what is your potential for their company. Now, you would have to get a 6-month internship, if I'm not wrong. I was at University of California quite some time ago. So it's been 5 years since I graduated. So I joined the university in 2017. By 2019, I had to write a CV for my internship at the University of California. Then after completing my internship successfully, when searching for job opportunities, I have worked in 3 reputable companies so far. 3 reputable, well-respected IT firms in Sri Lanka. All I applied myself using my CV, and I got 3 amazing jobs. Currently, I'm working at Fcode Labs, a rising company in IT industry in Sri Lanka. And even last week, I was going through a pile of CVs, virtual CVs. These days, we don't use paper. We get PDFs because we were doing some internship interviews till last week. So once you have a job, moving from one job to another, again, you will have to write CVs. So even don't take it as a one-time task where you can come up with a brilliant CV and let it go. You have the perfect job. It will happen to maybe 1 out of in 1 million. I don't know who will land in one job and find the perfect job and stay there forever. And 30 years, 35 years later, who will retire at the same job. Unless you are that rare 0.001% guy, you will have to write CVs again and again. Update yourself again and again about the CVs, resumes, and your skills and potentials as well, and apply for jobs. So jobs is important. If we want to land a good job, we have to have a strong CV, which represents ourselves, our values. The next thing is scholarships. Now, we had 48 people in my batch. I'm a product of Department of Industrial Management. I did the degree of MIT, Management and Information Technology. Back then, they only recruited 50 people for that degree. We had 48 people. And out of 48 people, I think only 32 people are still in Sri Lanka. So around 1 out of 3 of the entire batch has gone out of Sri Lanka for scholarships. So they had to write CVs, which are quite different from the CVs I'm going to talk today mainly. So when it comes to scholarship CVs, what is important is it's all about academics. You have done your bachelor's. You may have got a good GPA, maybe 3.4, 3.5, first class, second class upper, and right after the degree program, undergraduates program, you are aiming for a way out of Sri Lanka because this is a wonderful country to live in. We all want to go out. Unfortunately, few people choose to live here like me. I still don't have any hopes, any ambitions to go out of the country at least yet. I'm trying to survive here because at least some people have to live in this country for this country to be a country. But most of the people who have the ability, if they get the opportunity, they just grab it and leave this country behind. They don't even look behind. So if you get an opportunity, you will have to write a CV. You will have to send your CV, your academic CV, to a foreign university. Academic CVs are quite different. What is the main difference from academic CVs, resumes, from the job opportunity CVs, internship for permanent job CVs? And a job CV, a resume, should be just 1 page. Ideally, it should be 1 page. Some people go for 2 pages. If you go beyond 2 pages, no one is going to read even the last page. They are just going to think this person might be on the wrong path. He should be on academics, but he's looking for opportunities in industry. This is too much. Thrown away. Keep your CV simple and concise. That's the first lesson for you tonight. Keep your CV simple and concise. Keep it to a 1-page CV if you are applying for a job in the industry. That is the normal standard because, talking from experience, we don't have hours to look at a CV and analyze and see whether this person is suitable for the job we have. Because we get usually like 100, 200 CVs at once. We just pick up the CV or open the PDF in our monitors, have a glance. Okay. This person has some things that I'm looking for. Selected. Oh, this person doesn't have things that I'm looking for. Not selected. It's kind of like Tinder, swipe right or swipe left. But if your CV has, if I'm talking about applying for a job, and if I get a CV with like 3-4 pages, I'm just going to see the page number and think, okay, this person doesn't know even how to apply a good CV to a job. Rejected. Not even going to read that CV, because I can't waste 4 CVs times on one CV while doing my daytime job also. So time is money. Time is money, my dear ladies and gentlemen, students. For us, time is money. For you, also time is money. So don't spend like so many hours creating 4-5 page CVs. No one is going to look at them in the current industry. Just have 1 page strong CV. 1 page strong CV, which gives us a perfect picture of who you are. What should be included in that 1 page CV, we are going to talk very soon. But when it comes to scholarships or targeted CVs, academic CVs, it could be 5-6 pages, sometimes 7 pages long. I have seen such CVs. They have very detailed descriptions of their academic achievements, their theses, things from theses, researchers, everything is included from school days to their current degree situation. But that is not needed for jobs. No one is going to look into your thesis if you are applying for a job. But for academic, yes, you need to have detailed CVs. For jobs, concise, summarized CVs, academic CVs, very detailed CVs. I'm not going to talk today in detail about academic CVs because I'm not qualified for that. If you want more details about academic CVs, I can refer you to my academic friends who have landed very good scholarships in US, UK. I have a bunch of friends like that. Maybe you have your seniors, so refer to them and get an idea what should be included in academic CVs, and from country to country, from US to UK, from university to university, from Cambridge to Harvard, these academic CVs and their writing formats and patterns also change. They are very different. So it's a very vast area to talk about. We can't cover it in 1 hour. But today we are going to focus on one particular option of one particular category of CVs, internship and job related CVs, because I think almost all of you, before landing a scholarship, maybe you will have to get an internship. That's the truth. So for that internship, you will have to send a job related CV, a resume to your possible future employer. So we are going to talk more about those CVs today. I remember the first time I wrote my CV back in 2018 to apply for the internship I was looking for. Like our department of Industrial Management was providing us interview opportunities. They were not providing us internships, no. So they have some, through their contacts and through the alumni, they get interview opportunities and we have to go for the interviews and win the internships. Maybe some industrial IM students are also here. They will agree with me. I hope the practice is still similar. So once we were told the internships were coming, I had to write my own CV. I printed it and took to the department. And at the department, there was one lecturer I remember very well, Indika sir. He was not in the country right now. He was someone who was working to improve our professional skills. He's the one who looked at our professional development. So there was a dedicated lecturer like that, Mr. Indika. So he evaluated all our CVs, resumes. And Once I gave my resume to Mr. Indika, he had one look at the resume and said, Udara, oh boy, we have to work a lot on this. Yes, my first CV for my internship was way off from perfect. It was a terrible CV, and now I can see why it was terrible. At that point, I was like, what are you talking in this? This is the perfect CV. I'm going to get the perfect internship with this CV. But no. Once he explained what were the missing things and what I had done wrong, I saw why it was a bad CV. And then he helped me to make my CV a perfect CV to get one of the best internships I could ever land. I got the internship at a company called Creative Software, where I started my career journey 5 years ago. And I never looked back. So it was a perfect start for me, thanks to a perfect CV. And I got all my CV knowledge, at that time, the CV related knowledge through Indika sir, and I'm really grateful for him. And today I'm going to share a few of the tips that he shared with me. So this is knowledge passing time. We are now, when talking about CVs today, you might have heard these 3 letters a lot, just like KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. This is becoming a buzzword in applying jobs right now. ATS, Application Tracking System. What is Application Tracking System? This is not still very common in Sri Lanka, but some Sri Lankan companies, especially IT companies, are using this, are starting to using this. And some companies like large-scale companies like MAS, Brandix, I heard they are trying out these ATS systems because these companies, large-scale companies, get thousands of CVs at once. When they put a job advertisement, maybe in LinkedIn, maybe in newspaper, they get a swamp of CVs right in. Within an hour, they get thousands of CVs. I remember our founder CEO at Fcode Labs, he did the mistake of putting a LinkedIn status saying, we are having few internship opportunities. If you know someone, or if you are looking for an internship, reach to us. He just put this as a LinkedIn status. Trust me, within 3 hours, we got nearly 1,000 LinkedIn messages, CVs, requests, inquiring about this. And he was saying like he didn't expect this. It was like a bomb. He was having a Claymore attack of CVs and internship requests. So this is the current situation in current industry, especially since I'm from IT industry. I know internships are very rare. It has become a very rare thing, and people are fighting for internship because not just local universities like University of Calgary, University of Colombo, University of Moratuwa. There are a lot of private universities as well. Maybe some private university students are here in the audience as well. So everybody is, the number of universities, number of degree programs, number of students who are studying the same domain like IT is getting higher by the year. But because of COVID and because of the COVID hit period, the IT industry didn't expand as much as the degree programs. So still IT industry is recovering little by little. There are opportunities, but limited because the number of students is way beyond the opportunities we have at the industry. We can't like recruit everyone. We would love to, but in reality, we can recruit only 1 or 2 interns. And for those 1 or 2 interns, we get like 1,000 CVs. So that's where application tracking systems become very useful, because we can let a system decide who are the best persons, maybe on paper. So maybe those people are not the best when it comes to work, But that is the trick of the CV. Through CV, if you have the perfect CV, even if you are not that good in work, you may get an interview opportunity because your CV is the perfect CV. Now, this was previously done manually by human resource people. They were the human resource agents or recruitment agents. They would go through one by one CV manually and pick the CVs that most suitable for the job opportunity. But right now, we are in the era of AI, artificial intelligence, and there are artificial intelligence supported systems, application tracking systems, where you give the job description to the system and you upload all the CVs to the system and tell to the system, these are the CVs, give me, these are the 1,000 CVs we received, shortlist 50 CVs out of these, maybe 10 CVs out of these. So the system will go through CVs one by one. This will take only like this, just few seconds, going through CVs, blah, 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 blah. It will evaluate things that are displayed on the CV. Okay, these skills match the job description. We are going to talk these things very soon. And it will select few CVs through a artificial intelligence or even without an AI, there are some ATS systems. So a computer program is basically will decide your CV is good or not. A computer program will decide whether you are suitable for the interview. So think about that. Take a moment and think about that. Not a human, not a HR person, not a CEO, not some interviewer going to decide whether you are suitable for their company. It's going to be some line of codes. Ones and zeros going to decide whether your CV is good or not. So this is the current reality in the industry. So if you don't adapt to these ATS and application tracking systems, you won't land jobs in those systems or in those large-scale companies. If you maybe just think, if you are into IT and you want to apply for Google or Microsoft, you will never even get your CV shortlisted or even opened if you haven't formatted your CV according to these ATS supported formats. What are these ATS supported formats? We are going to look next. So these are the comparisons of two CVs. One is traditional CV, which is with picture, colors, and all. And the other one is plain text, just a couple of lines to separate the sections. That is the ATS supporting ATS system supported CV format. Very simple. Name is there. UX designer. The designation he is looking for is there. The self summary is there. Then there are a few sections. Just text, because ATS systems, the artificial intelligence, they are not going to. They don't understand the beauty, the emotions you want to tell from a CV through colors and everything. ATS systems don't understand. So you have to, what ATS systems understand is whether your CV has the skills mentioned in the job description, whether you have the correct years of experience that are mentioned as the criteria in job descriptions. So the ATS system is going to evaluate all those things, not the colors, not the design. But when you should send a traditional, this kind of a beautiful CV, if you're applying for a job related to maybe marketing, maybe digital marketing, or maybe PR work, those kind of creative jobs may request a creative CV, and they have some additional requirements as well, like digital portfolios. But it depends. It really depends. So you can do a bit of background search of the company you are aiming to apply and understand. Maybe if you have some friends or maybe you have some connections there, try to know whether they are using an ATS filtration system or not. So that's one thing. even if you don't know if they are not using an ATS system, send the ATS formatted CV. It's totally acceptable. In at least I can vouch for IT industry. Even if we don't use ATS systems, we don't care about the beauty, the color, the face you have used, the picture you have used, the points, the icons. We don't care about those things when it comes to IT industry. We just look at the words, we look at the experience, we look at the skills and filter out the CVs. So we are like manual ATS systems, totally blind to other creative work. But maybe you will be evaluated creatively as well if you're applying for a job like that. So if you're applying for a creativity related job, have a creative CV with traditional formatting and all the your imagination is the limit, go crazy. But right now, ATS is the most common format that is being used in the industry. So this is the format I recommend for you to write your internship or even your job CVs in future. Forget about the picture, forget about the colors, but have a good formatting. See, looking at this, there are only words in this CV, but it's nicely formatted. The sentence are in nice, neat order. There are lines to separate, bolded, bullet points are used. So you can format like that and have a nicely formatted, a simple, concise CV like this. Now we are going to talk about things that should be in a CV, whether it's a creative CV or an ATS CV or even an academic CV. These things, the next 6 things that I'm going to discuss with you is a must. Starting with contact details. You can include your full name, phone number, professional email address, LinkedIn profile, things like that. Now, what is important to mention here is use a professional email address. Don't use the email address you created as a 7-year-old child. Okay, sometimes people have email addresses like blackstarangel@gmail.com, and they use that email address in their CV as well. So we have to wonder what is his black star, what is the black star is for him. So some are like Angel Sweetie. So don't use those cringy, creepy email addresses you created as a child. Have a professional email address. If you don't have a professional email address yet, create like saman.pereira@gmail.com. Now that's a professional email address. Use your first name, last name at gmail.com if possible. And then make sure your LinkedIn profile matches your CV. So we are going to talk more detail into this in later. But again, since now we have a platform like LinkedIn, this is well connected with social media platforms, and LinkedIn is the professional social media platform. We have to have a LinkedIn profile. I told you I got like 100 of CVs like a couple of weeks back for internship interviews. The first thing I did was like I looked at the CVs which has LinkedIn links. The CVs without LinkedIn links, I just throw them away because I wanted to cross-verify the things on the CV, and the LinkedIn is the source of truth when it comes to that. Then I went to LinkedIn profiles and checked whether the things mentioned in the CV are as same as their LinkedIn profile. Some people, maybe they genuinely forget to update the LinkedIn profile. They create the LinkedIn profile and they completely forget it for 3-4 years. It can't be like that. You need to continuously maintain the LinkedIn. That's another session. That's the session I have done previously. Maybe some of you have joined for that. LinkedIn, using LinkedIn for self-branding is another very important thing. What is important when it comes to creating a winning CV is matching your LinkedIn profile to your CV. Don't have contrasting things in your LinkedIn profile and your CV. For example, if your LinkedIn profile says your favorite programming language is Java and your CV says your favorite programming language is Python, there's a contradiction. In one place or the other, you are lying. these things can be cross-checked. Even ATS systems can cross-check. You upload the CV, give the LinkedIn profile link, and the ATS system cross-verify LinkedIn profile and the CV. So be very mindful, and as you make a CV, create a compatible LinkedIn profile as well and have it updated, always updated. The other thing is avoid adding unnecessary details like NIC, gender, or photo. This is a habit, I think, when we were asked to create CVs in school as a part of, I think, Sinhala language lessons, Jeevadatta Patrika, we were told to add the NIC number, Striyo Purusha. It's not necessary, not necessary. Those things are not necessary details for a professional job. So avoid those things. Even photo is not necessary unless they have demanded. Now, in some companies, you have to like upload your CV and give them details in a form as well. In that case, sometimes they ask whether you are a male or a female, what is your race, especially in US companies, they ask for your race, whether you are Asian originated, Black American, blah, 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 because they have those quota systems for race as well. So those details, you can give them if they ask. If they don't ask, no need. Just have a simple CV without unnecessary details. Next thing, professional summary. Have a very brief statement, maybe 2 to 4 lines at the top that summarizes your strengths, interest, and career goals. Now look at this example. Motivated computer science undergraduate with a strong interest in software testing and web development, seeking an internship to apply academic knowledge and gain hands-on industry experience. Very concise, very summarized, and it gives what you are doing right now and what you are looking for. From reading this very first sentence, a recruiter or the ATS system can understand whether you are looking for the job they have published for, whether you are doing the degree or the things, whether they are interested in the things that they have a job opportunity for, and they will be interested in reading the rest of the CV. So this is the attention grabbing opening of your CV. Think thoroughly on this. Spend a day on this. I won't mind. Spend a day on this and summarize, but make it creative and attractive. Another question a lot of people have is like whether using the first person language or the third person language, whether to say, I am a motivated computer science undergraduate, or to say something like, he is a motivated computer science undergraduate. The simple answer is don't use pronouns. Avoid pronouns completely and have motivated computer science undergraduate with a strong interest in software testing and web development, seeking an internship to apply academic knowledge. No pronouns used. We are avoiding the pronouns, but in a way, this is like first person. If you really want to use pronouns, use first person pronouns, because that's natural when it comes to your CV. You are telling about yourself, but that's also not necessary. You can either say, I am motivated computer science undergraduate, or simply say motivated computer science undergraduate. That's the best way. Avoid pronouns and have a very simple, concise description like this. Next, education. Now, don't include your Sunday school, Dhampasal, Dharmacharya certificates as your education qualifications in your CVs. Trust me, I have seen these things in CVs, especially in internship CVs. They feel like they have to include everything. Some include like they want the Kartika Taraki at grade 5. Unnecessary. So education, when it comes to education, now since you are all undergraduate students, the most important thing is your undergraduate degree program. Degree name, university name, duration, current GPA, relevant coursework. And when it comes to current GPA and relevant coursework, GPA, the important thing is don't include if you have a below average GPA. Now, that is the truth. No, sometimes you work so hard, maybe you miss a degree, miss an exam or something, or you maybe sometimes get sick and mess up the exams, and your GPA falls below 3. That can happen. Still, you are going to get the degree as a general pass degree, but in that case, don't publish your GPA unless they ask for. Sometimes after the interview or during the interview, they might ask, what is your GPA? If they ask, be truthful and tell the GPA. But no need to publish, because most of the time they don't even care about your GPA. If you are talented, if you can showcase your talents, they are not going to worry about your GPA. If you have a good GPA, publish it. If you have a 3.5, 3.6, 4.0 GPA, definitely print it out on your CV. But if you have a below average, maybe into the lower side of 3, don't put it. Give it if only when asked. And then relevant coursework means like, don't put like you did an English course at the university if you are applying for a computer job. But if you are applying for a computer job, if you have done a double OP module, which means object-oriented programming module, a programming language module, include that, because that is relevant. Only include relevant things. And mention academic achievements or class ranks if notable. Include your thesis project topics briefly if it's relevant. The keywords here is notable or relevant. Don't include anything that can give you minus marks. That is where you have to be tricky. If your GPA is not that good, if you have a repeat coming up in the next examination, it's a white lie. It's not a lie. You're not publicizing it. You have other skills. You have other skills that company might value for. So publish those skills and negotiate the interview with those skills, your true skills, not the academic 3.0s and everything. The other thing is the project, like your thesis project topics. Some people like have so many theses, so many projects they have done. They include everything in a 3-page CV, but not relevant to the job they are applying. Not relevant to the job they are applying. So always think about the relevance when you're including details in your CV. And if you're entering your school details as well in your CV, always enter things in a chronological order, where the chronological order starts with the latest and ends with the oldest, which means now you are in the degree program, right? University of California degree program. So the first thing you show under education in your CV, the topmost thing should be Department of blah, 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 University of California degree program. Under that, school, St. Mary's College, Nigambo, blah, 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 your school. If you have a couple of degree programs, maybe you are doing a master now, you have finished your undergraduate, that master thing should be on the top, chronologically latest one. Then under the master's, undergraduate program, which you have done before the master's. Then chronologically oldest one is your school. School ones are really not needed. Even in my series now, I don't include my A-level results. It's not a bad result. I got 1A and 2Bs for my A-levels. It was a good results to publish when I was looking for internship maybe. I think in my internship CV, I included that. But after that, it's not relevant, because I have got my degree right now. I have my degree, which is more academically relatable or relevant than the A-level results. And I have my working experience. So I have to show my working experience more than my education right now. So talking about working experience, include role, position, title, company organization name, dates of involvement, and 2-4 bullet points describing what you did and achieved. So this is if you have some working experience. I had some working experience going to the internship, because right after A-levels, I worked in a bank for 6 months as a data entry operator. I even included that for my internship CV to showcase that I have some working experience, because working experience is something really valued even at internship interviews. But right now, when I'm applying for another job, maybe a lead position at another company, I won't ever even mention that data entry job, because that's a gone past. That's not relevant to what I'm doing right now. I'm not a data entry operator anymore. So add relevant working experiences. When adding working experiences, also go with the chronological order, latest on the top, oldest on the last. Few tips are: use action verbs like I developed this, led, managed, created, tested, improved. Always use action verbs to describe what you have done in the company. Focus on results and contributions, not responsibilities. If no formal work experience, include part-time jobs, freelancing, or voluntary work. These I talked about. So I see some organizing members are also here in this session. Very good work. You have done a brilliant session organizing, very valuable session. So you can include that as a voluntary organizing experience in your CV. That's totally valid if you have contributed to it. Now, this is something happened very recently. One of the CVs I got, and one of the interviews I did actually, a girl for an internship interview, she had mentioned in her CV, she had worked very actively in IEEE and worked in many projects. So brilliant, brilliant. So I was very interested in that girl because she had very good working experience in IEEE, which is some kind of this IT related club where they organize sessions like this. So I asked her a question. So tell me one of the challenges you faced during one of your IEEE projects and how you overcame that. That is to check whether that interview question I had actively participated. If she has actively participated, definitely she must have faced a problem, and I'm going to evaluate her on her answer. What she said was, I didn't face any much challenges. I was assigned to hand over some certificates, and I did that, and it was a very good experience. What actually has happened was she was just an ushering girl at an IEEE event. She was just an ushering girl who took the certificates from the table to the awarding ceremony. Just that, and she hasn't involved in any IEEE activity other than that. When I asked her on that, like asked follow-up questions, I understood those things. So she was trying to give a wrong picture in her CV about her IEEE involvement. She got not selected. Sad situation, but those things happen. Sometimes people mention lies which are easily caught during interviews. So don't be that person. Be truthful and include whatever working experience, whatever organizing experience you have, which are relevant to the job you are applying for. Programming language tools, I have given IT examples here, but tools when it comes to maybe MS Word, MS Excel, if it's relevant to the job you are applying, or R like statistics softwares, if it's relevant to the job that you're applying, include them. But again, don't lie. In one of the recent interviews I did, a girl had mentioned that she is very good in using JMeter, which is a performance testing tool. Now I asked a follow-up question like, tell me, like, what have you done using this JMeter? She said she's still starting. She just watched a JMeter in your machine. Can you tell us the steps you took to install at least this JMeter tool in your computer? Then she said, no, sir, I haven't installed it. I'm just watching the video and trying to learn. So she was just trying to manipulate me, trying to tell a lie and get away with it. She has just heard of JMeter, maybe watched the YouTube video, but never tried it. So how can you include something you have never tried in your CV? That is lying. Don't lie in your CVs. Those things are very easily caught during interviews. When you are an experienced interviewer, you can very easily catch these things. So don't ever try to lie, but do this thing. Now, technical skills, soft skills, in job description, look at the skills the company is looking for. In the job description, they will tell we are looking for a Java programmer, or maybe a person with good statistical skills. If check whether you have, evaluate yourself whether you have those skills. If you have those skills, include them in your CV without a doubt. If you don't have skills, maybe you don't know Java, check whether you have time to learn Java, maybe 1 week till the interview, till the next till they call for an interview. Then commit yourself to learn Java, do something practical, and have that skill, and have that skill on your CV as well. Just don't lie. If you're putting that, put some time and effort and learn. Just don't go to the interview and lie. So that's the most key thing. Only the skills you are confident in, match your skills with the requirement of the job or the internship. The last thing I'm going to tell is certifications, extracurriculars, and awards. I think I touched upon this already. Don't include the Hampasal, Dharmacharya certificates in this section. Have like relevant certifications. Maybe you have done some Udemy course or a Google career certificate, LinkedIn certificates. Include them if they are relevant to the job you are applying. Extracurriculars, include extracurriculars. I loved when that girl had included IEEE in her CV, but she messed up because she was lying. Be active in extracurriculars. Now, the organizing committee of this event has a golden opportunity. They have done a brilliant job organizing the event with 100 participants. They gave something back to the student community. So those things are highlighting points in a CV. When I get a CV, I look at the CV, and usually I start the interview with asking questions about such experiences, because those are where we can evaluate team working, bonding. Those things we can evaluate easily through their extracurricular experiences. If I get a CV with no extracurricular experiences, I would be reluctant to even interview that person, because that person, I don't have any way to evaluate whether he is a team player or not, because he haven't been in any teams. So include extracurricular activities. If you are not in any extracurricular during university time, maybe you still have some time, 3-4 months until you go to your internship. Just join something, Gavel Club, Rotary Club, ISAC Club, or sport, something, do something. If you are in the VidE, VidE, right? I think this was started when I was back in the university. Again, that's good. Help these people to organize these things and add something to your life, add something to your CV as well. Awards, again, academic leadership, dean list, whatever the awards you have received, include them if they are relevant and adding value. This is the point we have already spoken about. Your CV and LinkedIn profile should complement each other. Now, this is my LinkedIn profile. Feel free to go and have a look at my LinkedIn profile. It's updated. I have even shared a recent post about this session. I'm keeping updating what I'm doing so that the industry knows what I'm doing. I don't have like go after a year and update everything I had done for a year. I'm continuously, weekly updating my LinkedIn profile. Right now, I have around 2,000 followers. So you can have such a strong LinkedIn profile if you spend time and maintain it. And also always update the LinkedIn profile and also update your CV simultaneously, parallelly. So that is very important. Both your CV and your LinkedIn profile should complement each other. Final tips for the day. Tailor your CV for each opportunity. Each job description is different from job description. Look at the job description and customize your CV accordingly. Include the skills they are demanding, but don't lie. If you're including, be responsible for the skills and the things that you are including in that CV. But customize your CV for each opportunity. Keep it clear, concise, and clean. Focus on impact, not just duties, which means focus when you are telling about the job experiences, project experiences, include those things you have done to make an impact, not just duties you had. Maybe it was your duty to be the Zoom handler of this event. That's the duty. But how you made it an impact? I made sure everybody joined on time, blah, blah, blah. You can add a couple of lines and show your impact. Impact is the important thing, not the duty. What you did through your duty is the important thing to show in your CV. Back up your skills with evidence and be ready to give more backups in the interview as well. If you don't have backups to prove the skills you have, don't go with the interview. In IT interviews, people say they know Java. They come to the interview, we give a Java question, a simple programming question. Sometimes they drop out of the code. Suddenly, then they say, I'm having a technical trouble. But the real reason is they are having Java troubles. So these are pathetic situations which we have seen in current interviewing experiences, and these things are becoming a trend more often. So be ready to give backups for your skills with evidence and be confident to give those backups. Most important thing, proofread, then proofread again and again. Don't even have a single spelling mistake or grammar mistake in your CV. That will cost you a lifetime of opportunities. So ladies and gentlemen, my dear students, with that, we can go for the question and answers. I think we are a little late. We started anyway 10 minutes late. Let's take a couple of minutes and answer a couple of questions if you have. Over to you to give any suggestions or any questions related to this CV session.
Thank you so much, sir. It was such a valuable and also a practical session, I must say. So we will now open the floor for a Q&A session. If you have any questions regarding CV creation, this is your chance to clarify and explore. So if you have any questions regarding today's CV creation, feel free to raise your virtual hand or drop a message in the message box. Let's make this an interactive discussion.
Any question? All understood? Okay, then if you don't have any questions right now, feel free to contact me even later through LinkedIn. I'm always active on LinkedIn and will reply if you have any questions. So I think we can wind up the session for now. I wish you all the best. So create a winning CV, craft a winning CV. And if you follow the tips I have told you today, you will definitely get that added advantage when it comes to interviews. So always be one step ahead of your competition and have the best CV possible. That's my final message for you all. And one small request, this is not related to the CV management, CV, creating the CV, winning CV session I did today. So these days in Sri Lanka, again, the ragging has become a bigger problem, a bigger talking point. So I request all my current undergraduates, I'm a senior IF for you all at Kalaniya. Back at our days, there was no physical violence, but there was few things going on. I heard some things are coming up again. So don't let those things happen. Stand against ragging, stand with free education. I will tell you with my experience, the Sabhapati, the Lekam, and most of the people who were in our council are not in industry or anything right now. They are just having some couple of tuition classes here and there because they can't even put a CV that what we talked today. Can they put the experiences they did during those freshers years they did to the freshers in their CVs? No. And the companies do background searches. We in the IT industry are now taking a steady stance against ragging, and we will do thorough background searches, especially for internships and freshers. And anyone involved with councils, those incidents won't even stand a chance. So stand against ragging and make it a free, truly free education environment for your fellow students, your juniors, and everyone. That's a humble request from a humble senior IR. With that, thank you for having me. Thank you, Sitara, for inviting me for this session. I even did know Sitara. She sent me a LinkedIn message and asked me to join this session. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Have a good week and good luck for your career.
So thank you very much, sir. It was very informative as well. So as we bring this session to a close, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to our guest speaker today, Mr. Udara Sembukuttiarachchi, for sharing his time, insights, and expertise with us today. Thank you, sir. Thank you again. To all our participants, thank you for your active engagement and the questions and the presence as well. We hope you leave this session feeling informed and inspired and ready to build a CV that truly reflects your potential. So this is just the beginning of what Ignite 2.0 has in store. Until we meet again, stay curious and stay ambitious. Have a very good night, you all. Thank you very much.